Welcome everybody back to another Boldcast reaction. I'm Lindsay.
I'm Carson.
And today we are watching The Promised Neverland Season 2, Episode 8. Sorry this video is coming a little bit late. We had some issues. What happened last time?
Last time, they tried to confront Norman about his plan, but it seems that he is not willing to negotiate because he is going to die. So we assume he's trying to take all that on himself of killing all the demons so that his friends can be safe. So maybe some resentment, but actually what he was trying to do is take all the blame for himself. Also, he and his team have something pinned beneath their stronghold, beneath their hideout there. Don't know what the fuck that is.
They also have a ton of demons in those little, like,
Yeah. We can assume that that's how they made the drug. Yeah, it seems to be alive. Otherwise, why would it be pinned like that? It could be dead. We don't know. Mm-hmm. We didn't see it move, so it's hard to say, but...
Yeah, also, I have been slightly spoiled for this episode, so...
Oh, I haven't.
I know you haven't, but I have.
Well,
Just
okay.
letting people know. Let's go. Please support the official release.
She's doing the intro
support
once
the
again.
Official release. Come here to see what we have to say, not to watch the show for free. We're watching on Funimation. Yeah, like and subscribe if you like us, if you like this video. Let's go.
This is Cloverworks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because season 1 was A1 Pictures. I didn't put that together until recently.
I didn't notice that either.
Because A1 Pictures is like known for being like premium shit, but Cloverworks is like not on the same level, at least as far as consideration. Not that they're bad. But that's why it visually isn't as good as the first season. I don't think they have the same resources.
Okay.
Yeah, I was right, the guy with the long hair. I'm sorry, what?
Your new father? Peter. Oh.
よかったわね、ノーマン。いっぱいお勉強ができるわ。大好きよ。新しいお家でも幸せね。質問の数と回答時間はいつもと変わらない。第1問。
I never thought we'd see this again.
Really? I figured we would. I was surprised we didn't.
I was surprised that we didn't, but we went so long
saw
without
the first
it,
episode,
so.
and then we didn't see it again at all. Oh my god.
このラムダ7214に選ばれるわけか。どのテストでも驚異的な数値を出しています。農園始まって以来の天才。まさにこの先のラムダ計画にふさわしい食用児だ。ジェームズ・ラートリーが門番だからは僕が全ての食用児を支配する。彼らに希望など一切与えない。
That must be the guy who helped Norman. Just to let him know something's off. They change little things, something's gonna fucking happen, and they're trying to clue him into it.
It's just someone else.
Fuck. Holy shit. Is it a disease, or is it's the test that they did something to him just now?
Or the big bottle of pills they've been feeding him?
That's true, yeah, but I don't think pills give you a weird mark on your chest.
この部屋、カメラの数はおそらく6個。夜間の人員は最大で15人。
Prison break once again.
爆薬は手に入る。あとは起爆に必要な部品を。
Holy shit. Holy fuck.
It's messed up.
おいで。
Yes. Oh my god.
He messed them up bad.
日が出てるうちにこの地点まで進む。
Right, they brought Dawn and Gilda along to find
I remember saying that was
Sonju and Mujika.
a scary move.
Yeah.
It's a rough situation of looking for people who don't want to be found in the middle of a gigantic forest.
Exactly, yeah. People who
With
haven't been
secret
found in hundreds of
underground
years.
passages as well. Just in case the forest itself wasn't hard enough to find them in.
It's like Ash seeing Ho-Oh in the fucking first episode of, or the whatever, first episode or like the first part of Pokemon. And then trying to find it again.
No! It's so creepy.
The tension's really building. I don't like it. They're really setting up for like a Red Wedding-esque reveal here, and I'm not a big fan.
It looks super creepy.
Oh yes, Blood Lake, we're here. Hooves, there we go. Also horse? Do they know about horses? From the books, I guess. But that thing's not a horse, whatever they got. It's shaped like a horse. It's definitely not a fucking horse.
他に方法はなかったが出荷を選んだからみんな脱獄してこられたんだ迷ってなどいない僕は食用児みんなを救いたいそのためなら僕は神にでも悪魔にでも喜んでなるよでも
The sun goes down. Crap, it's getting dark. God, this story's getting dark. Oh shit. This framing, that's a CG tree, isn't it? Tree's about to explode. CG tree with a CG monster.
Uh-oh.
Did it blink? Well, hopefully if it eats one of you, it won't want to eat the rest, because it'll be smart enough to realize that it's kind of fucked up, but probably not, because it just ate you. I don't know.
Oh. Oh, they'll see that.
God damn it, Ray. Trying to sacrifice yourself? That was pretty badass,
That was
though.
nice.
Now we can eat for a whole year! Wait. Let's go!
Oh my god.
Sonju. Exact same thing that happened last time. What if that has like a blood sample or something that she can share? And Emma had it all along.
落ち着け何があった
ソンジュ、ムジカ、助けてほしいの。
You better explain everything, because they need to know what they're getting into with fucking Norman.
Before you fucking sacrifice her to Norman.
No, just come with us. I'll explain on the way.
Oh my...
No. He went through with it already? He went through with it already. He was to get you away so you couldn't interfere. I'm guessing this was a spoiler?
Yeah. In the air.
But this is so dumb, because now there's legions of of raving demons running around. Are they gonna go in and finish them off, or are they just gonna... Oh my god, man. Oh, no. Oh, it's... Cover your mouth. Oh, shit. The music is incredible, by the way.
That look evil
What
as
are
hell.
those pillars? End what? That's one village. He's not ending anything. That's literally
He's destroying
one village.
And the way he's doing it, he's alerting
Are we
all
meant to?
other...
Are we meant to think that that's the capital city?
No. He's testing it out.
Oh, the old guy.
Oh.
Emma. Did he name like an orphan Emma based on meeting Emma? Or is it just a coincidence? Ningen. This is fucking horrible, man. He knew they were humans hiding out there. He knew. Oh, the regret. No. Is he the old king? Yeah, he has the blood. What does it do to humans? Does it do anything to humans?
I don't think so.
She has the blood now.
It's 4 people now.
It's exactly what he's thinking. Even if I die, I want you at least to live. This is way too real. And then one of them's gonna come in and just kill them both, I bet. One of the others. Yeah, look around, Norman. It wasn't as simple as, oh, I just need to take it all with me. This wasn't the only way. This wasn't the only way.
You piece of shit.
Did they bring them? Sonju mujika. Oh. Is Norman gonna die here? Brother.
It's so much worse. I don't know, because it's like a poison, so I guess I just always assumed they would just, like, put it in the water, or, like...
No, it's airborne.
Yeah, I guess so.
Social distance. This episode was really good. It really is a shame. I don't want... This isn't the only thing to talk about. I hate to keep coming back to this, but it just seems like it needs to be addressed every episode. But I like from a... Because we're an anime only perspective, not a manga reader perspective. But I can tell that they're back to like manga material here. At least it seems like it. They maybe changed it, but I can tell that like what they're hitting is not invented or like some weird justification to like get to the point. I can tell that all of the bullshit of the season was to get to this moment right now. Like everything, the entire reason the first half was rushed was because they wanted to get to this. And I understand that. But there is still that weird disconnect where it feels like not enough time passed for this to be super earned.
Yeah.
Like, the fact that it's only been a year, but it's only really been 6 episodes, doesn't sell it for me. Not that the emotions aren't there. It's super tragic, and it really does hit, but it doesn't hit as well as I imagine it should, because they didn't spend enough time without Norman, and struggling alone. And going through any actual shit, all they did was like rush through, encounter some stormtroopers in the fucking
in the
shelter.
I guess what it makes it seem like is it seems like,
and I hate to keep coming back to this, but
it does kind of seem like, though, since it was so little time without Norman, that when he came back, we were immediately suspicious of Norman, rather than like, holy shit, it's been so long without Norman.
Because I imagine
we've been waiting for him to come back. We knew he must have still been out there.
I imagine if you spend multiple arcs without him, you start to think, maybe is he dead? Like, is he actually dead? Like, it's been volumes and volumes of material, and he's still not here. Like, we've met new characters and gone on different journeys and shit, and we're still like, is he just gone? And then he shows up and different. Like, the fact that he looks the same, again, doesn't sell to me that he's been through shit. Like, he looks the exact same as he did when he left, other than like slightly taller.
He does look a bit more destroyed.
In the around the eyes, like when in the flashback, around the eyes, he had like those wrinkles, and you could see a little bit more sclera above the eye, like just a bunch of the white up here, and that makes people look a little bit more crazed. But like overall, he doesn't look older. He doesn't look like he's gone through shit, physically speaking. In the eyes, he does really close up, but otherwise, it doesn't. There's so much going on, and like it feels like, I'm trying to put into words, because it doesn't. Okay. I feel the emotions of what's going on right now. I really do. I'm really invested in the struggle, but there's a part of it that doesn't feel earned because there wasn't the time to get here. And it makes sense. I'm not like, well, this is like really dumb. It's like I'm fully invested in like the struggle and the morality of what's going on. It's just that they really messed up, and it's fucking shitty. Because this is good. Like, I enjoyed this episode. I'm enjoying this part of the story. But again, it feels like it's just a shame that it's not reaching the heights that this would have reached had the proper time been given beforehand. Because this is clearly an expertly written series. But they just, for some reason, felt the need to crush it all down. I think because they wanted to get to this moment and get to this struggle. And I don't understand why. And to everyone who like before this, or who, I don't know if anybody's defending the adaptation at this point. They're defending the story, but a lot of people earlier on in the season were like, "Oh, but guys, okay, this is looking bad, but remember, the manga author signed off on these changes. Like they agreed that this was a good way to adapt the story. So don't worry, the manga author's behind it. That means we can give it the benefit of the doubt." The problem with that is, did I say this in a previous episode?
I don't remember. I know you've said it to me like
I've said it to you, but I don't know. I don't think I've said it during a discussion, but I'll say it again even if I have. Berserk 2016 and 2017 were signed off by Kentaro Miura. Like, you got to remember, and I'm not, again, this isn't coming from, I'm an expert in Japanese culture or anything, But from what I hear, because I've heard other people talk about this as well, it's more of a thing of like, what is the manga author gonna do? Like this is a property that's been picked up by people spending millions of dollars on an adaptation, and it's hundreds of people's jobs to make this shit come to fruition. It's not about, so like, say your series gets picked up for an adaptation, but you have some issues with some things. Are you gonna publicly say, like that's publicly coming out and saying while I had to sign off on this, I don't agree with the changes that they made. I'm unhappy with this adaptation. All of the people who support me on in the weekly chapters or whatever, and on my social media, all you guys just know that I don't agree with this. This is shit. And if I had it my way, they would have just adapted my work as it was intended. Then, like, what? They can't do that. That's ridiculous. Because how are they ever going to get anything published after that or anything adapted? That's a career-ending move for them to just be like, yeah, this adaptation shit. These guys did a terrible job. They messed everything up. So it's just a courtesy. I never trust basically what I'm saying is I never trust when everyone's like, oh, but the writer signed off on it. The manga author said that it was cool and they're fully behind it. They're talking with the staff. The only time where I actually believe that is Attack on Titan, because Isayama's actually in the booth with the actors. Like, there's that video of him talking with Yuki Kaji, Aaron's voice actor and shit, and giving him direction, and he fucks up and gives him like a really bad direction. Like, he's actually involved. They talked with him about season 3 and changing some events around and shit. That's the only time I've ever actually believed it, but otherwise it's just, it's just what you say. But it's all this to say, it's just a shame, man, because I'm really enjoying this. I'm really enjoying what's happening. I just can't help but feel like the blow is significantly softened, because there's some things that like don't quite fit together, and it's kind of plain to see. But otherwise, I can tell when like the genius is like coming out of it. Like when they were in the lab and stuff like that, I could tell that like, oh, this is cool, but it seems like he's not spending enough time here. Like, it seems like this should be a full episode flashback, not like a couple scenes at the start of the episode. They should, if this was being, if they were wanting to make me feel like we spent a lot of time here, they would have spent an entire episode beginning to end, everything like, it wouldn't just be montages of Norman like picking up on the security and looking around and shit, and then, oh, he looks at the camera scarily, like, and then explodes. That would have been the end of the episode, and then them leaving. Like, it just seems like they're setting it up. Oh, he spent a lot of time here, and then he gets out like relatively quickly, and that's it, and looks the exact same. Like, he doesn't go through any like physical transformation. It's not like visually believable that he went through all that shit. I don't know.
I'm kind of disappointed that I got spoiled on that about like Norman destroying the village, because that would have been like kind of crazy. But we kind of knew that he was gonna pull some shit like that anyway. We knew that he was going to do them anyway. But like I said, I had anticipated this poison not being delivered by way of bombs exploding everywhere.
Yeah, I wonder if that's a real thing. Or like, is that a manga thing that they used bombs to distribute that, like, or
I guess
or did they just want to destroy shit, or was it a visual thing they just wanted to like create a spectacle of it, like that there's bombs and
I feel like it does make sense, because like I was thinking you could like poison the water supply or like do something like that, but they could catch on to that. Like, the transformation happens so quickly that it wouldn't just be, I guess I was also assuming like, you give them some of this stuff and then they like maybe slowly deteriorate.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking they were gonna phase them out over time, like quicker than them just not eating humans anymore. But like, I thought that they were going to distribute it maybe in the water supply, maybe in their food, like get in enough people to where it maybe is contagious, but not airborne like that. I could see what you mean.
Yeah, it was unexpected. So
I thought it was going to mess with their genes, is what I thought. Like, their children were going to be fucked up and not be able to. That's what I thought. Like, eventually, like when he said degenerate, I'm not thinking, oh, they're physically going to. I mean, maybe they would get dumber, but I thought that meant, oh, this is going to permanently make all of their descendants like have a mental disability essentially.
I thought that I thought kind of what it was because he has some like tester demons in jars as like little blobs. So I was thinking it would happen quickly, but I wasn't thinking it would happen basically instantaneously. Yeah. They would turn into a giant monster.
Yeah, I didn't think it was going to be instant either.
And I didn't think it would work from an airborne perspective because that is the optimal way to deliver it.
But also, how is it delivered by bomb? Like, it's not like I was picturing more of like a giant, or not a giant, but like multiple humidifier like smoke machine type things that would like sort of waft in the smoke.
Well, maybe they had some actual bombs, and then they had some, like, smoke bombs
maybe to, like, cause fires to
draw people
out, or, like, keep them in the town, or, like, around it, or get them to a certain area or something. And again, it's like, we don't know, and that's a problem. Like, maybe it would be nice to know what their plan was, specifically, and how they were going to do that. It might have ruined the moment, but then maybe thinking or alluding to, okay, now the bombs went off, that should corral them in this area, or something like that. Having some sort of strategy there would have been cool to know. But if it's just these bombs also, not only do they explode you, they also contain a toxin that will degenerate you into a cave being. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe they wanted the bombs to go off so people would like run to help.
Maybe.
Or something.
But honestly, like I'm surprised more didn't evacuate when the bombs went off. But then again, it would all happen kind of fast.
Yeah.
Regardless, so this was a test. I wonder what is it gonna be possible to pull this off on the Capitol? Is there a Capitol? We don't know. Like, we don't know about their society.
We don't know. We don't really know very much, but we do know that the old man has been around for a very long time, and that's why
the old king, right? That was the idea.
You might be correct in that. I wasn't thinking that. I was just thinking he was, like, around, because remember she, like, gave her blood to a bunch of people back in the day, and, like, any of those people, they thought that they all got, like, killed or whatever, but he could be the king, or he could be some random guy, but you're probably right on that.
But the way they were talking about the king, the whole reason that the king didn't share the blood was to keep the people stupid. That guy didn't seem like he was malevolently keeping everyone stupid. It just seemed like maybe he was in hiding, and he was also praying to what now must be mujika.
It's confirmed.
It's not confirmed. It must be mujika. It's just, there's more evidence to support that. But, yeah. Mm-hmm. So, the fact that he has the blood and he was praying to that statue, we assumed it might be mujika. Turns out, probably mujika, although we haven't been confirmed on that. But now the little girl has the blood, and Norman hesitated. Emma's there. Is he going to go through with it? Is he going to stop everything? If he tries to, will the people listen? Or will they now need to kill those guys? And, like, where do you go from here? Yeah, if it ever gets out that this happened, then there's never going to be peace of any sort.
Yeah, that's the problem, because with Emma's plan, if you never attack the demons and instead basically said, okay, we're giving you this blood, now you won't eat us.
Yeah.
We could have murdered you all, but we didn't, and we just want to, like...
Also...
you stay over there...
Well, no, that's not their plan. That's not their plan. They don't want to segregate the society. They want everybody to live in harmony and not be in danger of killing each other. But, it's... Because, like, the entire reason... Like, they would probably go for that. Because even those guys that were trying to chase down Emma and Ray when they were in the town that Norman initially revealed himself when he saved them, they were just trying to, like, protect their siblings. So, like... They have just as much reason to go with this plan, go with Emma's plan as Emma does. It's like they would rather just their family be safe, I imagine. Maybe they're dumb and they'd be like, oh, well, now that they're safe, well, I want a snack. Maybe. But, like, hey, I have a cure to all of your problems. And by the way, the reason you have those problems is because the powers that be want to keep you dumb and at their mercy. And, you know, suckling at the teat of their human farms so that they can control you. And I have a way to completely remove that so you and your family can live in harmony. All we ask is that you don't fucking eat us, please. And it can be yours. And then they'll either be like, sure, or they'll be like, sure, I won't eat you. And then they do, or they try to.
Yeah, but I guess that's the thing as well.
That's where Norman's suspicion comes in.
But however,
you
now
can't be
Norman
sure.
has destroyed chances of that, like the possibility of them going with Emma's plan, which
Yeah.
is why he waited till she was gone to do it, because he's like, oh, well, she's here, she won't let me do that, but if it's already happened, you can't really go back from that.
Yeah.
If I've already killed like a ton of them, what can you do at that point? So that's just, it just sucks. And then he's like seeing them all just like trying to like protect each other. And
Also, what was the deal? Was that girl's name just Emma?
I think it might have just been Emma. Just happened to be.
It's pretty convenient. That's like extra convenient that it happens to just be Emma.
I mean, Emma is one of the most common names.
Yeah, in demon culture, Emma is one of the most common names. What? We don't know their naming scheme? We don't know their names. That's the only
I guess
demon that's
so.
ever been named other than Sonju and Mujika. And they can't be like a litmus test for the rest of the society. So he just named, okay, this is another one of those things where, like, if that encounter happened, like, a year ago and they mature faster into, like, young children, then maybe the grandfather, like, found an orphan or was, like, got a kid or whatever, named it Emma because of that encounter.
Mm-hmm.
That would be different. That would be interesting. But maybe that is the case, but because of the time frame of the anime, maybe that changed. Or... like that's the plausible conclusion. The seeming conclusion is that it was a total coincidence that Emma happened to encounter this guy days ago, and he's remarked on her name. Turns out a demon is named Emma. Like it's just like,
yeah,
you know.
It is quite a lot of coincidence for that scenario. I will say that. It's kind of...
and it happens to just be like the exact one that also Norman encounters, so that he could, you know, like...
yeah, it's also pretty
it's just a bit
brutal
much.
for... It's an interesting choice that they all went to the village. I mean, it makes sense for all the other members of Norman's team who, like, really wanted the revenge aspect and, like...
the kids are still up there.
Really wanted to see them suffer.
Yeah.
That they would want to go, but Norman went, and then... if he hadn't gone and this had all just happened and he hadn't seen any of it, he might have not had any second thoughts.
Yeah.
But because he was confronted with it so clearly,
Yeah.
right, like literally directly in front of him.
Also, another thing with his physicality, not like matching what's going on. Norman was built up originally to be not a fighter. He was sickly. He was always sick. But now, like, I think it's meant to be implied that he was given like steroids and shit at Lambda, and he was given more that enhanced his physicality, because they teased that when they were explaining all the shit when they were explaining Lambda, and then it turns out he's coughing up blood. He lied. He said he wasn't experimented on. He wasn't given drugs or whatever. Turns out he was given drugs, and he was experimented on because he had that mark on his chest.
Mm-hmm.
So I imagine in the anime or in the manga, he's probably jacked or like has unnatural strength compared to what he was before, because he was always the sickly guy. He physically was the weakest out of the three, but now he's a fighter. Like, he was never a fighter like that. The whole point of them as kids is that they're kids. That was the big struggle in Grace Field, was because they were children. They couldn't, like, in a contest of strength, they couldn't compete with Isabella. So the fact that he's there with a sword fighting and like is one of the fighters in this squad, like going into battle and not just the strategist, doesn't really make any sense. It being just a year after, with there being no physical change, just looking the exact same.
Well, I don't know if they would have experimented on him physically. He seemed to be there purely because he was a genius, and they were trying, and like they had a bunch of people with like cuts on their head. It seemed like they were trying to sort of recreate Norman's mental capabilities amongst other people.
Let's rewatch this. So they're walking down the hallway after all the shit is introduced. There's all the test subjects on either side. He's like, what's happening? What's gonna happen? Cut 2. He's coughing. He's now coughing up blood for the first time. He has this mark on his chest.
Yeah.
They experimented on him.
I know, but we don't know the extent, because I think
Of
some of
course
those
we don't,
other people
because
were
he
there
looks
for
the
a
exact
lot
same.
longer.
Yeah, of course. I know we don't know the extent, but he went from sickly weakling who was smart to on the battlefield with a sword, like fighting with the rest of them. And he looks the exact same. I'm saying that's probably a manga difference where he maybe is more physically capable than before, because it makes sense that when you go to the place where they experiment on humans and other people are strong enough to like crush tables and fucking kill demons in one shot because they were experimented on physically. Norman says he wasn't. We see in the flashback he was. Then he's on the battlefield with a sword. I'm saying it's a problem. The fact that we're confused about this is a problem with the adaptation.
Yeah, I don't know. I still like it, though. And Emma got there, like, just in time. But she literally got there right before Norman. It's seemingly like that moment of Norman about to kill the demon would have been, like, the point of no return. Basically, if he had just... like, he already has killed a bunch of demons with his plan.
Yeah.
But maybe doing it himself... like, doing that himself would be a little bit too far, perhaps. And now... maybe now that Emma's interrupted, he'll, like, reconsider, because he kind of hyped himself up to that moment. Mm-hmm. But now he has 4 people, all with evil blood, right in front of him.
Oh yeah, Sonju and Mujika are there.
Yeah, they're there. And so are now this little girl and the grandpa.
I really hope they explained everything before they took Sonju and Mujika there, because exposing them is, like, a really bad move if, like, people from the farms show up with fucking MP5s again. Like...
yeah, or just anyone finds out about it, because obviously the word is going to travel that this place got destroyed, and then if they find out that it was saved by Mujika, who then granted the gift of her blood to all the remaining people, then...
and then what's gonna happen with all the fucking freedom fighters, with all the Lambda team?
Yeah, what's gonna happen to them, and what's gonna happen to the demons who get this blood? Like...
yeah.
None of the other demons are going to be happy about that. The owners of the farms aren't going to be happy about that. No one's going to like that. They'd like that even less than them all getting wiped out with the poison, I'm quite sure. So, I don't know, I don't know where the plan goes from here, I guess. Because it is, obviously Emma would want Mujika to give her blood to the other people, to the other demons. But will Norman just, like, sit back and let that happen? Probably not. The rest of his team definitely won't. Yeah. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for more videos, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.